Before remaking the ultimate universe, the Maker invited Miles Morales to join him. Brooklyn, Earth 616. Miles Morales swings through the cityscape, passing a pigeon as he flips off a wall. Life is good, but his mind begins to wander, thinking about how he came from a whole other universe that apparently had died off. But somehow, he was given a second chance and was integrated into this Earth. And he wasn't the only one. He was approached by the Maker, an evil Reed Richards from Earth 1610. "I am going home. Would you like to come with me?" the Maker had asked as he handed Miles a card. Miles couldn't remember much, but he knew he couldn't trust him, the Maker. Miles liked the life that he and his family had made on Earth 616, and they didn't even remember the former Earth. So Miles had tossed the card into the trash and forgot about it. "Nah, I'm good," Miles had told the Maker. Now, he returns home and helps put his sister to sleep. But the toddler crawls out of her crib, drawn to the strange glowing card in the wastebasket. She draws near as the card begins to float gently into the air. Miles is barely 3 steps away from the door when his spidey sense starts to go wild. He rushes back into Billy's room, just in time to watch his sister get drawn into a portal created from the discarded card. "Billy!" Miles screams as he leaps after her. They both plummet through the strange glowing corridor, energy pulsing around them. Billy giggles as Miles reaches out for her, but she slips just out of his reach and drops out of the portal. She giggles again as she lands softly in the grass, and the portal closes above her. "My, you look to be a far way from home, little one," a voice calls to her. Meanwhile, in Manhattan on Earth 6160, Peter Parker and his son Ben, both dressed as Spider-Man, look up as strange dark spots begin to open over the skies of New York. Dad? Have you seen something like that before?" Ben asks. Peter shakes his head. "No, but then again, I'm still relatively new to this. Seems like the perfect chance to let your suit do its thing, kiddo," Peter says. Ben nods as his Picotech suit begins to scan the portals. "Well, that's interesting. The energy appears to be organic in nature," the AI version of Peter in the suit explains. Suddenly, something comes spilling out of the portal, and Peter leaps to knock his son to safety. Both heroes watch in fascination as a man dressed in white drops from the portal. "It worked! Holy crap! It actually worked! That stupid box worked! Suck it, Stark! I'm important now! I have powers!" The Spot exclaims with excitement. He turns his head and stares at the two Spider-Men. "And would you look at that? I done found myself a couple of spiders!" the Spot says with glee. He waves a hand, opening spots around the spiders that throw them off balance and knock Peter to the floor. Ben leaps forward and fires a web, but Spot opens another portal and the web shoots through and back into Ben's face. More holes open and the Spot throws punches, knocking both inexperienced heroes to the ground. Peter struggles to his feet and motions over Spot's shoulder. "This is gonna sound like a joke, but there's something behind you," Peter gasps. Spot turns and his eyes widen in shock. "What? There's more of you?" he gasps. A portal opens up and Miles leaps out of it, kneeing Spot in the face. "Sorry, Spot, but I'm the only one doing it like me," Miles shouts. Peter and Ben watch as Miles flips through the air, avoiding Spot's portals and leaping at the villain. "Who the hell is Spot?" Spot shouts in confusion, revealing that he might not be the Spot that Miles knows. "Multiple Spider-Men? Check. An angry-looking Spot? Check. Guess that means I'm officially in another universe. Miles notes with a sigh as he leaps through the air and kicks Spot hard in the chest, knocking him into a nearby wall. But Spot doesn't give up. He struggles to his feet, his hands beginning to glow.
I'm powerful! I'm important!
Spot snarls, but Miles begins to glow as he charges his venom strike. I hate to disappoint you, my guy, but I got a feeling things just ain't gonna work out for you today. Miles snaps as he punches Spot hard with a charged venom strike, knocking the villain to the ground hard enough that he doesn't get up. Peter and Ben are still just watching. Well, shit, Peter notes quietly. Language, Dad. Miles walks over and shakes their hands, introducing himself. Hey, Spider-Man, I'm, Spider-Man, he says before turning to Ben. And you're... Please don't tell me your name is Venom, Miles says. Ben shakes his head, but pauses. No, but that's not a bad name, though, he notes. And the two thank him for helping out. All good, you know what they say about Spider-Man, Miles tells them. But both Peter and Ben just stare at him blankly. Miles says as he scratches his head and shrugs. Well, we do whatever a spider can, Miles says, trailing off as he says the words out loud. Peter nods. I guess I could see that, he agrees. Quickly, Miles explains the idea of the multiverse to the two heroes, and how he came from a world with a younger Peter Parker that became Spider-Man. He also explains that he accidentally came to this Earth while chasing his baby sister, and he really needs to find her. The Spider-Men agree to help Miles and go swinging off into the city. Can you believe how cool he is, Dad? Like, when he says, I'm Spider-Man, it sounds right, you know? It just fits. And he swings so smoothly and naturally. Ben notes to his father as they follow Miles through the city. Peter just nods his head and glances at his son. I guess. I think I'm a pretty good Spider-Man, considering I haven't been at it very long. Plus, I've got a wife and kids. I can't be swinging around carefree all day and night, you know, Peter says. Don't be weird, Dad, Ben says as he continues to follow after Miles. Peter stops on a wall for a moment and watches his son swing away from Miles. I'm not being weird, Peter whispers to himself before quickly following them. Unknown to the heroes, Spot has awoken from the rooftop they left him on, finding himself wrapped in webbing. But energy begins to gather around him and he begins to tremble before suddenly popping out of existence. A spot suddenly opens up near the Spider-Man on a rooftop, and Spot steps out.
I took it! It wasn't for me, but I took it! Tough luck, Tyrone! It made me somebody. You can't get rid of me! I don't come out! You know? Actually, Spot's not a bad name!
The Spot shouts, but Miles swings back around.
Bro, can't you see we've moved on? Read the room!
Miles says as he leaps through the air and kicks Spot in the face, bringing him down with one blow. Wow, Ben whispers in admiration, but Peter just shakes his head. He whispers. Meanwhile, the Quiet Council has been alerted to a multi-dimensional incursion. They have been warned that the energy signal matches that of Maker's technology. Could it be him? Escaped early somehow? Or some great weapon left behind? Perhaps a message? Or an agent? They ponder. But all the members of the Quiet Council agree on one thing. I want it. Meanwhile, on board the Triskelion, the Ultimates are also aware of the energy signal. It's not him, Doom notes to Steve and Tony. Tony glances at his friend with an eyebrow raised in question. What are you basing that on, Doom? He asks. Doom looks at them both. Chiefly, that we're all still alive. Steve nods in agreement and taps a few buttons to send some of their agents to check on the energy signal. Meanwhile, it's late in New York. Both Peter and Ben are tired from searching for Billy all day. Finally, they get Miles' attention. Hey, Spider-Man! Still weird, Peter notes. Look, it's been hours. If she were in the area, we'd have found her. Why don't you come crash at our place tonight, and we'll start fresh in the morning," Peter suggests as he puts a hand on Miles' shoulder. But the young Spider-Man pushes him away. "Crash? That's my sister, man! She's 11 months old and doesn't know a single person in this universe. You guys do you, but I'm not gonna stop till I find Billy. Not for anything," Miles says. He turns away and tells the others to call it a night, but that he'll keep looking. And finally, Miles begins to search on his own, slipping into his camouflage so he doesn't attract attention. He is surprised by this world, surprised by the strange agents of the council that run it. He goes and checks their home, hoping that Billy somehow made her way there, but no luck. It's not even the same building, and it's just some other family living in some other apartment. Do we not even exist here? Miles thinks to himself for a moment at the idea of no Morales family in this universe. But Miles refuses to give up. He stops in front of a wanted poster of the Ultimates. "I can find her," he whispers to himself. But suddenly, his spider sense begins to go crazy. But before he can move, a large hand wraps around him. "Gotcha!" a woman shouts as Miles is lifted into the air. Miles stares in surprise at a giant-sized Janet Van Dyne and a regular-sized Hank Pym. "A lot of people are looking for you, you know. Everyone's worried. So, just tell us, are you here to destroy the world or save it?" Janet asks with a smile. And that was the complete story for Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 1, by Deniz and Cody Ziglar. What did you think of this story and the potential start to an Ultimate Spider-Verse? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.